I am resident of Call of YouTube. Joel Saves, that is Tom Diamond, that is Vickie Ray. We're here to continue. That's easy enough for me to say. Our episode's review of the Time Tunnel. The guys, gals, what did you think? You guys go first.
I don't know. I'm still thinking on it. I don't know what I just watched. Um, I mean, it kind of got. I wasn't expecting Machiavelli because like I said, I've been watching these one a week. I haven't. Normally, I binge, but I haven't been binging on these, so I've been trying to stay true to form. Guess what? We get original air date is 67 on here. They're supposed to be in pet. The one thing I noticed, they're saying Doug said Gettysburg was the bloodiest day, but that wasn't. Antietam was the bloodiest day. I had to say that because I'm a Civil War buff, and I'm
Mm,
an anal retentive also. So when he said that, I had to correct him. But
mm.
of course, Doug and Tony arrived near Gettysburg during the American Civil War. Tony's injured again. He suffers partial memory loss, which is a problem. He's taken by Union forces and joins Union forces. I mean, does anybody ever ask for ID in historical times? Does anybody? So they just assume that that is their officer. Doesn't anybody ever see another officer to know that Tony is probably not this officer? But anyway, back at the Project TikTok, they detect that other time traveler, which is Machiavelli, and he shows up with his cart that says Machiavelli on it with all of his things in it. And I did he play? I know that they recycle their actors, but was he in the Jericho one too? The guy that played Machiavelli.
Yeah, he was that's Malachi Throne. And he was no, not in the Jericho thing, but he was in
He's in
one of
one of them.
the he was in one of the he was in one of the ancient episodes where he portrayed a Muslim and didn't do such a, in my opinion,
I don't think
didn't
white
do
boys
such a
doing
great
people of
job.
color back then had any right trying to do people of ethnicity of color because it just I mean, well, when you look at it with my immature eyes, I just beat the piss out of it.
But
But no, I do
here,
remember him from Star Trek in Mission Impossible. That I
yeah,
did.
sure. Yes, Star Trek, he was Commodore Mendez
And the menagerie.
in the menagerie. Yes. And he was a very prolific actor in the 60s. But one of the things, there were two things I liked about this episode. And one of them was Malachi Throne's performance as Machiavelli.
He did
He,
pretty good. He looked
he
like
stole the show.
yeah, he kind of did. I'm wondering. I know Machiavelli was really like an asshole in real life, but I mean, I wonder if he was a smart ass like that, with the shit-eating grin, Cheshire cat kind of look on his face.
He
You
stole the
have to
show.
wonder about him, huh?
He stole the show. And as far as I'm concerned, when he was having a fight with Doug, and Doug broke his wine, and
Well,
you
he
see
seemed
him.
like he was there for a while because it seemed like he had already studied modern and future war and was trying to implicate that with European history. And then he
Mhm.
exploits Tony's amnesia so that he makes Tony, wants him to be violent. So I guess I got to read more about Machiavelli because I really never really indulged myself in reading about that
Well,
character.
both of them, he played one against the other.
Yeah.
But I,
I felt sorry for Doug running around with his little yellow kerchief and he's all dirty in this episode. And he just wants to help his friend and nothing's happening.
he was
But
just jumping around.
the history was
Uh,
kind of preserved in this one.
yeah. The other thing I liked was finally we have battles between Tony and Doug.
Yeah.
Uh, Tony is on the Confederate side. Doug is on the Union side. Tony doesn't remember his ass from his elbow, and the two of them.
Wait, what did
Uh,
they were after the kill? What were they after that they were going to set stuff on fire with? Was it kerosene? What were
what's
they
this?
after? Was it oil? What was they were after something that was flammable. What were they after? Was it kerosene or
The gunpowder.
gunpowder? Gunpowder. Oh my God, I'm having a moment. Okay.
Yeah, no, they were after the gunpowder.
Yeah, and
The
Tony
two,
thought that Doug wanted him to get the gunpowder from him so that he could give it to the Union soldiers. Oh yeah, and the guy that played the Union soldier, he was always plays doctor on Little House. I recognize him.
well,
That guy
that's
doesn't get
interesting.
older. He doesn't get younger. He just stays the same.
And the guy who played the major, the Confederate major, who Machiavelli killed, you're going to see that same actor in a future episode, and I'm not going to say where you're going to see it, but I recognized them, and they were at that point trying to use whoever actors they could to recycle them because according to this a new report that came out, it was Time Tunnel was the most expensive. 4 million for the pilot, 8 million for the series.
That's a drop
Uh,
in the bucket these days, isn't it?
but not yeah, but not back then.
Oh no, well, they were a little more savvy about their budgets back then too. If you see how historically everything reflects on it, now it's just like spend, spend. It's like
And ABC got worried because of all the money that was being spent.
because of that last episode they spent it on. Well, that last week's episode, that one was the expensive one. That freaked them the hell out with that episode.
Oh, the Chase Through Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. What do you think of this one, Jewel?
I love the costumes. They did a really good job getting the accuracy. So, uh,
But you would have
choreography.
thought that wait, before, don't you guys think that somebody would notice Machiavelli just doesn't look right in the Civil War century?
That is true.
I'm just
That
wondering.
is true.
Carry on.
No, no, you're right because that's the thing. Like for every question, for every time we've seen Tony and Doug, I mean, they get questions out the yin yang, and
Right.
Machiavelli just shows up, and it's like it's no big deal.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's got tights on like Robin Hood, basically.
it's
Like
it's
nobody cares.
it's like wait, you just question the other two dudes. Like what gives? So
Exactly, exactly.
that was weird. I found that very. I don't know if that's just a writer's error or just they said, you know
I'm
what, let's
sure it
run it.
was. It seems like there's a lot of that going on. I mean, there's a lot of it going on when the time tunnel blows up, and then you got Anne losing her mind about stuff. She thinks Tony's dead. But I mean, it was kind of a chaotic episode. I bet you it was chaotic
Oh,
behind
that's
the
right.
scenes.
In the beginning, Tony died,
Yeah.
and they were able to. Well, let's just give him a reverse shock. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
And
They shock them through whatever. I mean, because Anne is not going to give up. Damn it. You know?
and what was it? The again? It's by the end of the last episode, they were transferring five people, five people in sync.
Yeah, they couldn't do that
Now
shit
it takes
before.
8 hours uh, to get the three of them back. That means the dog, Machiavelli, actually four, the dog, Machiavelli, and Tony and Doug. So it was a little bit of a stretch. It doesn't. I don't think the writers were communicating with each other at that point.
I'm
Uh,
beginning to wonder, were they running out of I mean, because sometimes it's either like, well, it was like that with Bewitched or any of the other shows we covered. Sometimes they're just so tight and they're just so freaking awesome. And then there's other times it's like, the hell? It's just like, I mean, I guess that's with any show, but it seemed like they got away with it more in the 60s and earlier 70s. And nobody
mhm.
ever really slapped their hand about it too much.
No, no, it didn't. Um, and I think for some, I do think for so much money that was spent on that series, I honestly think Irwin Allen should have paid more attention to it. Now I know that he had Lost in Space going on, and you know that he had
Maybe he
Voyage to
bit
the
off
Bottom
more.
of
Well,
the
he had Land
Sea.
of the Giants going on. He did.
but he
Okay,
should have paid
congratulations.
more attention to the time tunnel. They are spending a lot of money on that show. They've got to justify to ABC what they're and there were 30 million. Time Tunnel had 30 million viewers by the time they went off the air. The first episode, 37 million viewers. Rendezvous with Yesterday. That's pretty good. That is pretty good for for a new show like that. And I think the idea, I think the fact that um, they took
Critics
it
said
off
that
for,
this Machiavelli was the most self-aware villain in the series
hmm.
out of all of them.
Well, I think once
But I haven't
again,
seen the rest of the series yet, so I don't
right.
know.
I think once again, Malachi Throne played two roles. The first role he was an Indian with a turban, not as
Oh,
bad, not
that's
as good.
right. Okay, that's
Yeah,
right.
not
Thank you,
as
Ron.
good. But this one, he outdid himself. And I will always say that he made the show a hell of a lot better. I give the show a 9 because because of Malachi Throne. He was able to kibitz with them. He was able to manipulate them. He was able to tease them. He was able to be
Well, he's kind of a
serious with them.
conceptual threat, not really a physical one.
What's
Then
that?
again, you can't kill him because he's already dead. Didn't we
That's
already?
right. That's right. But then again, can you kill Tony and Doug because they haven't been born yet?
Well, obviously they can suffer a little more. So I guess it depends on who you are, when who the writers say can stay or die. So that's a good point. I didn't think of that till you just said that.
That's for sure. But Anne, of course, is going crazy. She wanted to get she when Tony was killed, she went nuts and insisted on getting him back. General wanted to shut us down. General wanted to shut his signal down. And
Yeah, yeah, they would have been lost to time forever. But then again, we never know if they ever get back, do we?
well, as I said, this thing that just came out, and you should I left
I'll
it
check
for
it
you.
out when we're done.
I left it for you. Very interesting
I totally
premise.
forgot about it. That's my fault.
Very interesting premise that Irwin Allen wrote to ABC, and he wanted to do a TV movie out of it.
I bet you
Putting,
could do a TV movie or even any movie out of it now and you could sell it. You know, I would give my eye teeth if someone did something like that because all they do now is remakes and reboots. Nothing
yeah,
original. If you're going to reboot something, well, they're going to
yeah.
reboot Highlander, and I'm really kind of excited about that one because
I have
Henry
to see that
Cavill's going to
all
be
over again.
Connor McLeod, and he is like, yeah,
I'd have
Superman.
to see that all over again, but I would love to see if they rebooted the time. I mean, they're rebooting everything else.
Well, I know, but
Uh,
I mean, at least that's a reboot I want to see. I would like to see a reboot. I mean, if they're not going to come up with original ideas anymore, just
let
reboot
'em reboot.
something and give it a more, a localized spin on 2025 or 2024, whichever, 2000. If that would be really nice. Well, Timeless, I really enjoyed that. That was a little more that was like 90s, but it was still good. Or was it 2000s? Probably 2000s,
Is
early
something
2000s.
actually we should discuss with Jewel after the time tunnel. Jewel, do you want to do the after the time tunnel regular is over? Do you want to do that sequel in 2002, that reboot, I should say, in 2002? It's on Facebook.
Fine. We'll look into that. We'll look into that first. Let me look into it, and I'll get back to you.
That sounds good.
Uh,
That sounds good. Because it's a little different. It's definitely a little different. Uh,
That
Tony is
didn't
a
take
woman.
off though. Didn't they only just do the pilot?
Tony is that never made it. It was the pilot. It was a pilot for a new series and it never made it. And Tony was a woman in the new
Oh,
one.
well, that would make everything a little different between. Were they trying to go for a romance between Tony and Doug? I mean, they just come right out and did it on Netflix on what is it,
There you
Stranger
go.
Things the other night. I go, you're just sitting here watching about Stranger Things. I see everybody talking about it in all the forums. Jewel might know what I'm talking about. But all of a sudden, one of the kids just decides to pop up and say, "I'm out of the closet," right in the middle of it, like a, it was so
Mm,
random. It was like, well, Netflix just had to get that in there. But
yeah.
yeah, are you watching that, Jewel? You watching any of those?
Uh, I've been busy. I've been
Yeah.
busy. Yeah, I've
But
been.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. But that's losing. It was high up on Rotten Tomatoes. Now it's starting to come down. You can only keep those kids looking like kids, and the writers are like with this getting towards the end, and it's not tight. It's all over the place.
No,
So,
they're starting to lose. There's
well, it's
one.
like their ass end loses, and they drift a little bit.
So, at this point, this is one of the few uh best episodes I think that are left. And I'm very happy that they finally got a chance for Tony and Doug to have some good choreography with the bridge and
Oh yeah, the bridge. That's right. Yeah.
yeah, and with the fights with the others. What number would you give it, Jewel?
9.5.
9.5? Okay. I'll
I'd give
give
it
it a
a
nine.
nine. Definitely 9. I liked
I'll give it a
Machiavelli. I
nine.
thought he was a. I liked the war scenes. I like that I recognized other people in it. It got a little all over the place with Machiavelli, but it was kind of an interesting, take on him being in our. Well, then again, it was just as violent in his era too. So, but then again, the guy thrived on violence and evil, so he was, you know,
Yeah,
he was a
exactly.
sadist. So.
Exactly. Um, and I think this episode was a lot tighter as opposed to some of the other ones.
Like
The
that with the one with the aliens. That one wasn't tight at all. But that's really the only one I can really complain about.
Who were they? What movies were they using this time?
I was looking. I thought I had it. They did a lot of. They used the Battle of Gettysburg, 1950. They used Fox War battle reels repeatedly, always. But they didn't really get it. They just got regular medium shots and close-up shots, and they really didn't take too much from anything except the usual. I did notice they used the same horse. Everybody's riding their horses. They used the same one for each one when they want a bunch of people on horseback and show that. I mean, they burnt that one out. I've seen that 3 or 4 times now. They really need to put that baby to bed. But
You
other than
also
that,
know that
it was worth
John
it.
Dykstra was apparently on the technical staff of the time tunnel when he was getting his start. And of course, John Dykstra went on to film. I think it was Star Wars and other stuff, but that was certainly a name that you hear. And he was on the time tunnel, and he learned his craft there. It was so. This is. I'll tell you, you kind of miss it. You kind of miss it when it was gone, but I am very. Oh, also, and um, Whip Bissell. Whip Bissell played more than the French Revolution guy, according to that. And I should and I should list the source. And I apologize. I'll do it next week. But Whit Bissell played two other roles aside from the general and the Revolutionary War guy. I think he played a World War I soldier or something like that. They used him. They used him as an extra kind of frequently. So there's a lot to be gleaned from there's a lot to be gleaned from that report, and I definitely suggest it be looked at. It's titled. I remember the title is titled "Time Tunnel Canceled: Alternate Ending," and it's on Facebook. Go look for it, guys, and it'll give you a lot of everything you ever wanted to know but didn't realize about the show that wasn't there. And so I would do it that way. So we've got 9.5 from Jewel, you got a 9 from me,
Right.
and you got a 9. Okay. Anything else to talk about?
No,
No, it was a pretty good episode.
All right. So next Sunday then. Happy New Year, by the way, in
yeah.
advance.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year. Happy New Year. Link to the Literary License podcast will be in the description box. And yeah, link to the other YouTube that Tom was talking about will be in the description box as well. So you can get Tom and Vickie both on Facebook. Go check them out if you haven't already. You guys have a good night. Have a happy New Year.
Night, everybody.
Okay,
Y'all
next
have a happy
Sunday at
new
8.
year.
Next Sunday. Bye bye.
Next Sunday at 8 uh
Voices.
for the Kublai Khan episode,
Thank you, Scott.
which we will discuss. Take care, guys.
Bye.